We all know how difficult chipping can be at times, but coming out into the winter when the ground's getting softer, it can get even tougher. Let's break it down and make it a little bit more simple for you. There is a noticeable change in weather recently, so certainly in the UK here, that things are getting wetter, things are getting softer out on the golf courses. That can make your short game a lot more difficult. Delivering the club to the ball, getting nice contacts consistently is absolutely imperative to stand there and make sure that you're getting the ball close to the green, or getting the ball close to the pin so that you're getting these shots up and down. So let's try and make it a little bit more simple so that you can do that a little bit more effectively when you're on the course. Right, so I've got a simple chip shot here. So this is, something that you're often going to be faced with on the course. So we're, just off the edge of the green. Now, something like this, I've normally used I've got 52-degree wedge here. I'd always steer away from the more lofted options, your 60s, 58-degree wedges. There's no need to hit them when the ground's like this. First thing that you've got to be mindful of is your delivery of the club into the ball, making sure that you're doing that right to get the right contact. Now, if you get it wrong, you're going to see that sort of shot a lot, where you dig down, get the leading edge of the club into the ground and take a deep divot. That's gonna give you an inconsistent strike. You are, I apologise to any greenkeepers there, you are occasionally going to hit good shots that spin a lot and get it close, but you're not going to do it consistently. You're going to see those fat shots, those thin shots. None of us want to see that. What you've got to do is use the bounce on the wedge much more effectively to be able to play the shot. Bounce on the wedge is the back part of the wedge here. We need to deliver that into the ground, use that as the guide to slide the club onto the ball to get a nice consistent strike, and then it doesn't matter as much how wet, how muddy the courses get, that you should find chipping a little bit easier. So what I do to play that shot is I tend to bring my left foot slightly in front of me right, and then fan the toe out slightly, just because that helps me to deliver the club slightly more on the inside there. Then as I come through, keeping the club going around my body, and then really getting the feeling that I'm using the back part of the wedge. That's the bit that's going to hit the ground. So if I stand here, around my body, nice and handsy, in. And you can see there, pops the ball up, and I'm not getting any of that excessive turf interaction where the club digs down, so I'm going to get a nice easy flight. Now the only problem that you're going to have with that is a bit like that shot there, where now that the greens are starting to get a little bit wetter, you're going to see the ball starting to hold up. When you get that, shot selection is imperative. It's making sure that you're hitting the right club. So don't always lunge towards the more lofted options. There are other clubs in your bag and you should be using them. So just for example, I switch out the 52 and I bring out a 9-iron. It's exactly the same shot. I'm trying to get that left foot slightly in front, flare the toe out, and then feel the club nicely on the inside. Still using the bounce and around my body. In, and you can see, there you go. That ball comes out a little bit lower, a little bit more runny, and it just runs a couple of feet past the hole. So rather than getting caught up as the ground's getting softer on the green and pulling up short of the hole, that one's going to bounce and run up. Now a couple of weeks ago, that shot is going to run a long way past the hole. The greens are going to be quicker, they're going to be firmer, and you're not going to be able to play that shot. But going into the winter, shot selection, whether you're using the sort of 9-iron there that I've got, you can even change that out and use a 7-iron as well. But you can see there that it's just going to run up to the hole a little bit easier, make those shots a little bit better for you. So steer away from the high lofted ones, the lob wedges and stuff. Use some other clubs in your bag. Try the 9-irons, the 7-irons. Get that ball down, get it running, but use the bounce on the wedge to deliver it, and then you're going to get a much more consistent strike and shot. But if you like that video, and a lot of the people that seem to watch my channel are older, so, if you're a senior golfer and you want to find out the easiest golf swing for you, make sure that you check that video out there.